Hello and welcome to Discover Merrimack. I'm your host, Rosemary Rung, and this show is about the hidden and not so hidden gems of our town. And I'm really delighted to have two guests with me today from Merrimack Friends and Family. They're co-presidents, Julie Akers and Tammy Dittman. And welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you could make it. Could you tell me a little bit about Merrimack Friends and Family and how long it's been in town?
Our club is celebrating its 50th year.
50 already.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And we are a social club that likes to get together for dinners and fun and movies and Wind Down Wednesday at Common Man and all different things, hikes. And also we do a lot of community service. Donating our time to help in the community, helping out at all the events at Wasserman Park, Adopt a Road, helping the welfare department in Merrimack with specific projects. And we're always looking for new people who want to come and have fun with us and maybe get involved in the community as well.
So how did each of you get involved with it?
When my children were little, everything was, what are they doing after school and sports and community events, and that's all my friends were involved in that. And then the kids got a little older and started doing their own thing and didn't really need or necessarily want mom there. So I said, I need some more friends and joined the club, and I've been a member ever since. I have so many long-term friends from the club. It's great.
And what about you, Tammy?
I joined about 7 years ago. At that point, I had just retired, had been retired maybe a little bit from Fidelity, and was looking to do something in the community. My friend brought me to the yard sale, and all the members there started talking up how wonderful the club was and the things that they did, the activities within the community, the social activities also. So I joined at that point, and I've pretty much been on the board ever since.
Yeah, I always, and I don't know if this is true or not, but someone told me once that Merrimack Friends and Family kind of came out of Welcome Wagon. Is that
That's
true?
right.
Oh, it is true. Okay.
Yes.
So how did that happen? Was it the same group of people and they just changed the name, or do you remember?
That I don't know, because I haven't been with it long enough. But I remember Welcome Wagon when I moved to town. I've been in town 37 years. They actually came to my house and brought their basket and their goodies and tried to introduce you to things around in town. So we've kind of stayed with that because we try to meet new people as they come into town with the activities and trying to get them involved with all the different things that we do. But I don't know, I haven't been around long enough in the group to know how it actually ebbed and flowed into what it is now.
Me neither. I don't know when the transition happened.
But yeah, it was incorporated as Welcome Wagon originally in 1973.
Okay. So it's a very welcoming organization, obviously.
Yes.
So how do people get involved that want to join?
We try to post as many events on social media as we can. We say we're going to meet at Buckley's Bakery for coffee. Is it the first?
It's the first Saturday of the month, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
We meet upstairs in Buckley's.
Okay.
And we're going for a hike, or we're going to do a corn maze this weekend, or we're going to be at Wasserman Park for the Halloween event. Come stop by, have a hot dog and bake sale items, and we'll introduce ourselves. And we also are involved with the library recently. Last year and again this year, they have a book club. And then we try to come up with an event that's related to that. So we're trying to be out there in the public as much as we can.
That's really good. That's great because it sounds like there's something for everybody. And so when you mentioned social media, Julie, do you have a Facebook page?
Yes. And then anyone can just Google Merrimack Friends and Families, and you can see our full calendar and list of interest groups that we have.
Right. We also have where we've donated in the past year. We always update that every year so that people can see that we are donating back to the community what we receive from the community. The calendar, of course, like Julie said, is on there so they can look at all the activities. We have standard activities. Every first Saturday is the coffee, as Julie said. Every Tuesday, we're at Able Ebenezer. We have a trivia team. We have a standing book clubs. We have a book club on a Monday night and one on Wednesday night, so that depending on your schedule and depending on the book style that's being chose by either of those groups, everybody can have a chance to go, because can't always have it on the same night all the time because other people have conflicts. So we try to be inclusive and try to get a lot of standing activities and things going on within the community and just amongst ourselves. We, like she said, we go to the Wind Down Wednesdays. We hike. We've done Andres in Bedford. We've hiked Joe English. So we're trying to do some physical. It doesn't always have to be just give us your time and your money. We want to make it social too. The time and the money is a big part of what we do, though, because we do we do a charitable event every month. We try to do something for everybody.
Now, how many members do you have now?
45.
45. And then how do you raise money?
We have, coming up, we're going to be at the Halloween event at Wasserman Park. We're going to sell hot dogs and drinks, and we'll have a bake sale, and we just recently had a yard sale. We do it
That's
every fall at Town Hall parking lot.
I missed it this year, but I really like yard sales, yeah.
And we do the Easter egg hunt at Wasserman Park, all sorts of little things.
And then we also are involved with the charitable contributions that come from the casinos. We receive money from them also for a 10-day allotment. We get a percentage of whatever they take in.
Oh, that's great.
So
So you mentioned how you work with the welfare department too in town, and I think do you do something with backpacks?
Yes.
So, how does
we
that?
do.
We contact.
Because I know we have a picture. There we go.
We let the welfare department know that we will be happy to do it again this year. We've done it for over 20 years.
20 years, okay.
And so Pat Murphy will contact her people in town and then give us a list. There's a boy this age, and this is the backpack he's hoping for, and these are all the supplies he needs, and all the boys and girls from kindergarten through high school. She will send that to us. Our person in charge of community service will send an evite out to the club members. They will donate everything needed, and then we'll meet somewhere, maybe the library, and assemble all the backpacks and bring them to the welfare department. And then later on, she will distribute them to the people who asked for help.
That's good to know, because a friend of mine, Nancy Murphy, and I have started doing this school collection drive in August. It's really to help fulfill teachers' lists for kids that don't bring in the things that they need. But I mean, I'll make a note of that maybe next summer we can coordinate. So if there's things we collect that can go in the backpacks,
that would be great.
That would work. And that's really the beauty of Merrimack, because we have so much collaboration between different groups, and the sum is, or what is it, the sum of the parts are greater than the whole. I forget the name of what the saying is, but it is really true. So you also mentioned that you have an Adopt-A-Road, or how does that work? Is that what it's called, Adopt-A-Road?
Yeah, it's Adopt-A-Road, and we have Lawrence Road, so we have the road to the dump.
Oh boy, that's
busy.
So twice a year we clean it. We do it in the spring and in the fall. Probably could do it more often just because of the road that it is, but we do it twice a year. We work with the DPW. And they give us the pickers, the bags, the stuff. We then we organize on a Sunday because of course the dump is closed, so we want to do it when there's less traffic on that road.
Yes.
And we're there as long as it takes to clean the road. We divvy up basically like 3 or 4 different sections, and everybody kind of works towards each other, and we clean it up. It's amazing the things you find, though. They found a TV this year, 60-inch TV.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably because somebody didn't want to have to pay to
Well, that's what we
dispose of
figured.
They
it.
were thinking, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then one year we found, was it a whole bunch of cans of paint? It was like a contractor either lost the whole side off the back of his truck or didn't want to pay too or deal with hazardous waste with paint. So we found that. We found bowling balls.
Bowling ball.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It's amazing the things you can find.
Pieces of a car,
Yes.
all sorts of things.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The
Yeah.
things you pull out of the woods.
So how many bags do you end up getting? You probably.
We filled anywhere between 19 and 30,
Yeah.
depending on how crazy it is.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you for doing that, because I live at the north end of town, and when I go to the transfer station, because I like the swap shop, you know, I'm
yes.
always looking for a deal. But when I go there, it can get pretty nasty sometimes. If people, you'll see some of their garbage fly off the back of the truck, and I try to do my part on my street, but then you wonder who's helping out on this other street, and it does take the responsibility off of DPW a lot, because they don't have the resources to do all that. So thank you
Sure.
for beautifying Merrimack. And so getting back to your membership, do you find that it's mostly women? Do you have men that join too?
it's mostly all women. We have husbands that do come. We have a standard husband that's always at trivia.
Is he a ringer? Like
He's
On
great with certain topics.
On certain topics, he's wonderful,
awesome.
right? Yes, every now and then we'll bring in, like, if it's a sports thing, I'll tag my husband to
Yeah.
come along. You know, there's certain things.
Yep.
But it's mostly all women, but it doesn't have to be. It's just the way that it's worked out.
Well, it's good having that camaraderie because, and it's sort of, Julie, what you were saying is, you know, women raise their children, and fathers raise children too, but then, you know, it's nice to kind of get back to the just the girls, you know, the friends and having that kind of relationships that one might have
Yes.
had in high school or college or
Right.
whatever. So, no, it's good. It sounds like a lot of
is.
fun. And what do you guys have coming up? Anything coming up in the next few weeks? Well, you've got the Halloween
We're going to
part.
do a corn maze Saturday, but it's raining.
Oh, no.
So hopefully we can postpone that. We have the event at Wasserman Park. We'll be there with hot dogs and a bake sale.
Correct.
And that's the 29th, right? Is it?
It's the Saturday.
Oh, this
Yes,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
This Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday before Halloween
Okay. Okay.
in the afternoon.
And then in November, we're dealing with stockings for the soldiers.
Oh,
so
okay.
we're collecting things amongst our members. We're given a very specific list of what they want in each of the stockings. So we have a meeting at the library to put all those things together, and then some of the members are actually going over to, I think it's in Nashua, where they put together in mass the stockings for where they get donations from all different groups.
That's really, so how does that work? So the stockings, what organization do you partner with? Like who tells you what kind of items are
Oh my
needed?
God, what's the name of it?
It's changed over the years, the
Yeah,
name of the group.
Oh, that's all right. But so what kind of things are requested?
A pair of socks, gum, some kind of little game, dice, something small, canned fruit, juice or iced tea or whatever that you put in the water.
Oh,
to make-
yeah.
They want some
Like
of
the little
those, the little
packets.
packets.
Ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles, yes. Canned fruit or canned meat, like the Vienna sausages or whatever. We always write out a handwritten card that goes in every one also. And I actually was contacted by one of the guys one of the years that I wrote that he was in Iraq.
Really?
And he contacted me. He found me through Facebook because I just put my name on it. And then he found me. And then we talked for the whole rest of his deployment. He would
How wonderful.
weird times of the day because of course he's a little bit off from our timing. So I'd be cooking dinner and he'd be getting up, so he'd text me in the morning and say. So it was really nice.
That is nice. It's nice you're making a difference too, because when you're doing those kind of projects, you're helping someone else, and you never really know, okay, how was that received, or
Right.
what difference did I make? So that's wonderful to hear, Tammy. I would think a lot of people would want to get involved just to do things like that.
Yes. Last night we did something new. There is a group in Nashua that collects Halloween costumes and then distributes them to families who maybe couldn't afford a costume. So we got to help with one of those last night and help maybe about 50 kids choose a free costume and the makeup and accessories. That was really fun, and I think we'll do that again.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Yeah,
So
we had a box in one of the local banks and also at the library collecting from anybody in town. We had posted it on our website, so we collected up, and then we brought them all down and sorted and helped out. So.
that's great. So it's nice that you collaborate with a lot of organizations too, because that helps you be able to serve you people
Right.
that you might need more help than just your membership. So that's good to know.
And we also try to have a big variety of events, social events and service events, because different things are going to appeal to different people.
Well, yeah, it's like when you mentioned, like if you go for a hike, like in Horse Hill or something, or even doing the roadside cleanup, there may be some people that aren't able to do that because of physical limitations.
Right.
But, you know, they might be great at collecting items for the stocking or for a backpack or, you know, just getting things organized for the yard sale.
Yep.
So you've had that yard sale for several years too.
Long time.
Yeah.
Long time
And how much money do you usually raise from that?
We made over 2,000 this year.
Right.
Wow.
Excuse me. You never know, because it depends on what the weather is going to be like. It depends on what donations you get. But we usually make about 2,000.
Yeah.
And then it goes in our charitable fund, and at the end of the year we donate all the funds back to the community.
Well, we have a picture of one of the checks, and to the St. James, $2,500 for food for St. James Pantry. What a wonderful, wonderful contribution. And I see some familiar faces. I see Bunny Knight there. Yeah.
Yep.
So it looks like fun. So, yeah, so there's so many things that you do in the community, and you're kind of unsung heroes too, because it's not as though it's on the front page of the
Right.
paper. I mean, what's unfortunate in Merrimack is we don't really have that weekly paper the way we used to. You know,
Right.
those weeklies. I still miss the Village Crier. You know, because you could always find out all these kind of things, which are important to a community, but not always will make a larger newspaper.
Right.
Yeah, so that's really wonderful. So mention again how someone can get involved, because I'm sure after hearing this, everything you've said, people will want to really get involved. How do they do that?
They can check on our website, Merrimack Friends and Family.
Okay.
We actually have a membership page on there, so if they decide they
okay.
really want to join, they can fill that out. Other than that, I mean, go online, check out our calendar,
Okay.
because we are, like I said, we do have standing events that we are always at, plus all the extra things that we're doing within the community. So.
Okay. So it's merrimackfriendsandfamily.com or
.org.
.org. Okay.
.org.
merrimackfriendsandfamily.org. All right. And you've got a Facebook page.
Correct.
And they
Yes.
can go to any event and talk to a member there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
That's-
just show up and you'll be welcome, and there will be no pressure. The other thing we should mention is that when you do join, we send online invitations, evites, to every member for everything we're doing. And if you just want to come to book club, we have people who just come for book club. That's it. That's great.
Yeah.
And then we go to pretty much
Everything.
everything we can.
Yeah.
Being the co-presidents, we kind
Yeah.
of want to support and help out. But some people just like the community service events, and
Right.
they show up for that, to help with those things. But you are invited to every event.
Really great.
And then you just say, I'm going to skip it this
Yes or
week,
no.
maybe next week. Yeah.
Right, and we just had a burst of new members join.
Oh, really?
And I'm the one that kind of maintains the email list right now. So I was in Evite, and last week, when we had 2 new members join, I actually had to send out 9 Evites because we had so many activities coming up over the course of the next month. But that way they knew where everything was, where they needed to be, if they wanted to do it, it had all the details. So, I mean, we're active, but it's all basically online. It's through Evites and our newsletter.
And that's the way it is these days.
Yes.
Everything is online.
Yes.
My heart goes out to people who, aren't comfortable with computers, mainly
Right.
older people. I remember when my mom was alive and I was trying to get her to use a computer to stay in contact with my brother and sister who live on the West Coast. I'd say, okay, now, you have to double click, and she'd be like,
Yeah.
it's like little things like that. But I think now it's becoming more, people are more comfortable with it. And we do have resources in the community to help people use a computer, but it does make things a lot easier.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially when you have an organization of 45 plus. So that sounds good. Was there anything else you guys want to add? Anything? How long have you both been members? You
7
years, and then Julie, you
Probably
said
about 10 years.
10 years. So you've been
Yeah.
enjoying yourself.
Yes,
So it's been
yes.
fun.
And I've made so many great friends, and just it's a big plus for me because I like being involved in the community too. So it's nice to do some fun things with people.
Yeah, and people can be as involved as they want too, which
Yes.
is nice.
Yes. I
Yes.
mean, there are members I only see at book club.
Yeah.
I mean, and like Julie said, I go to pretty much her and I go to pretty much everything. So, but there are definitely a group of people that are only in the club for book club.
That's
So
good
you
to
make
know.
it what you want it to be. However, how active you want to be, how much you want to be involved with your time and or your money. There's no pressure.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. Well, listen, I want to thank both of you so much for coming on, and I look forward to more of the things. I'll probably see you at the Halloween party. I'll be
Great.
there, and
You'll see her.
yeah, I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yes.
I won't be there. My daughter's getting married that day.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, and you're here. Good for you. Well, I hope all goes well on the
Thank you.
wedding day, Tammy. And Julie and Tammy, thank you so much. And thank you for watching. And remember, if you're interested in getting involved in Merrimack Friends and Family, you can go to their Facebook page or go to their website at merrimackfriendsandfamily.org. Thanks again for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay.